Alright, hey guys, it's me again, and frankly, I need to be honest with you. This video is going to be me talking about 2020, the state of Warframe, and upcoming video ideas. This isn't going to be my usual straight-to-the-point informative video, so I'm going to have timestamps because I know a lot of you guys really don't care about this stuff. But 2020 was a hard year for everyone with the virus and lockdown and all. Personally, because I'm a fat ass, apparently that counts as being high risk, so if I get the virus, I will die. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I had to be extra careful, though thankfully staying safe was pretty easy for me since I don't really go outside that much anyways. I got scared for sure when I got sick a few months back, but thankfully it was just a cold. I tried to get tested, but getting tested is really whack in America. They will turn you away if you don't have severe symptoms like shortness of breath. And if you work for a company, if you get tested without your workplace basically forcing you to take the test, you can actually get fired for that. Because when you take the test, you're forced to skip out work for that week. But if you do it without their consent, you don't get vacation days for that. So it's really complicated and stupid, and the people at the entrance will try to discourage you from getting the test taken and try to convince you that getting the test taken is, quote, the worst thing you will ever experience in your entire life, which is okay. But anyways, I wasn't really inconvenienced that much by lockdown or the virus, and I think the whole work from home model is honestly pretty cost effective and more efficient for a lot of companies. But I think the most I've ever been inconvenienced by the pandemic was trying to buy furniture. Now I know PewDiePie and a lot of other Swedish people will say that IKEA furniture is made out of cardboard, but in America, that's a lot better quality than the overpriced garbage we have over here. I bought a coffee table off of Amazon because I was sick of having my laptop just sit on the floor. And it was about $40. I had good reviews, but when I got it, it was missing feet. Some of the screw holes were missing, and even the screws themselves weren't even like finished all the way, so I couldn't even use a screwdriver on them. But trying to get anything from IKEA now is a nightmare. I decided to try them out once. I needed a surge protector for my server PC, and I browsed Amazon and IKEA, and I found that IKEA was a little bit cheaper, so I went with them. So I bought two of them, and then come to find out that shipping would take 2 months. And remember, I'm told this after I pay. There isn't no like preview or estimation time of when you'll get this. There is now, but they didn't have that when I was ordering from IKEA, which is really annoying. And then I requested a refund, and that took like another month. But I didn't really look back at IKEA until I needed a new chair, and I really needed one, because the one I was using was breaking down on me. And I wasn't really sure which one to get, but there was this one I knew I liked from IKEA that I tried out a while ago. And so I tried to order it from IKEA, but if your local IKEA has like less than 100 in stock, they won't ship it to you. Now they changed that, so currently instead of them not shipping it to you, they charge you a $100 shipping fee instead of the normal 10. But that's still awful, and I ended up having to go there in person, and there was a massive line that was like wrapping around the parking garage. And when I got inside, I found out that for no reason whatsoever, they moved some of the products to this random part of the warehouse, and you need to wait in another line and have your number called just to get it. And it was a really awful experience. But hey, at least they seem to be actually shipping now. But it's a $100 shipping fee for items that are less than 100 in stock is really, really bad. I guess that's their way of fighting scalpers, but lockdown in general is just you couldn't get any quality of life related things done. Like I need to get my wisdom teeth pulled, but I couldn't. I need to ask my doctor about hypersomnia, but all the clinics are closed in my area, and I couldn't even go to the bank. It was like only open at weird hours. I know businesses are slowly trying to phase out cash due to the virus, so any cash I even got was useless. But that's just the world we live in now. We have to adapt, improvise, and overcome. Speaking of adapting, I gotta be honest with you guys. I really don't enjoy playing Warframe anymore. I know a lot of my Discord describes it as a job or devoid of fun, and I only really hop on the game if I need to make a video or I feel like streaming it, but otherwise it's just a snooze fest. Warframe is a looter shooter, and with a looter shooter, you're always asking yourself the question, does this make me stronger? And in Warframe, most of the time the answer is no. Most of the time we are fed very minor stat variations for a very high price, and when a lot of people say to pass on that item, DE introduces something that would make that very minor stat variation useful or essential. A quick example of this would be primed Rubido lined barrel, which is the damage mod for arc guns. Frankly, no one really cared, and my Discord laughed at me for even getting it. But shortly after, Necromex came out and they used arc guns, and you can also one-shot the Jorda's Golem with it. It's the exact same with primes, as they are technically an upgrade, but I stopped chasing all of them and only borrowed with the ones that interest me. I know a lot of people will say me bashing the game is the reason it's dying, but honestly, if you still have that opinion, I envy you. I'm glad you're loving the game, but you'll hit a wall eventually and you'll lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're not bored, but in reality, you're just playing update to update. That same person would probably say maybe I should be more constructive and input my own ideas and solutions, but here's the thing. I have. We all have. There are plenty of suggestions out there floating around on Reddit, YouTube, the forums, and even Twitter, though Twitter seems to be where most of the suggestions get implemented. I know a lot of people, myself included, be willing to sign a rights transfer agreement to get some of the stuff in the game. We want sustainable content, and there are a lot of ideas on how to fix that. I know we all talk about the new player experience, but honestly, I think changing a lot of the multipliers that are disguised as percentages into actually showing up as multipliers would cut down on a lot of the confusion. I keep referring to this game as the Arch Linux of gaming because you need to read the wiki cover to cover to understand what things actually mean in this game or how things are calculated. That's what we mean by improve the new player experience, so you don't need a friend to show you how to play. But as expressed by the rest of the player base, you can't only just focus on new players. Again, us veterans keep looking at the new updates wondering, does this make us stronger? That's why Deimos Part 1 was a huge success. The Helba system allowed us to make minor changes to warframes to make them fit our playstyle better, and even make new playstyles. And Necromechs are better than operators in most warframes, and they fixed the two biggest problems with arc guns in Atmosphere: the ammo economy and the extremely long draw time. Personally, I think DE needs to be more creative with new weapons and gear in order to keep the player base's attention. I understand the argument about power creep, but that's inevitable in games like these. Like, what if we had a Necromech that specialized in aerial combat transformed into like a fighter jet or something, and could be used in railjack and arcwing missions, and it had like a lock-on missile salvo launcher as his weapon that it's shipped with? Just absolute crazy ideas like that. Like, do you know how hype it would be to jump in a Grineer cruise ship and rip out its reactor and throw it out the window? That would be so cool. Now, I imagine this Necromecha would have like low HP, high shields or something, but it'd be like super, super fast. Or what if Prime mods were cheaper? For example, you know, we all know Serration, right? Well, what if Prime Serration was a rank 3 mod that costs 5 points? Multi-shot is cool and all, but what about a mod that gives us fire rate and reload speed? What if Forma increased the base stats of that item? What if DE sunsets some of the old mods, and it's like, hey guys, we know Serration exists, but there's a better, cheaper version behind the new content? What if every 2 Forma you'd get an extra mod slot? What about bringing negative damage mods or convert damage mods to PvE? What if we had corrupted mods for Arcwings and Necromechs? Just something, anything to make the game exciting. Because the core gameplay of jumping around and hopping off walls isn't enough to carry the game anymore. We want to be more creative with our builds, and we just can't really do that half the time. You guys already know this because we've been saying this for several years now, but it honestly feels like DE is ignoring us and also taking jokes very literally. Honestly, as a content creator, I have to start looking at other games. DE isn't putting out enough updates to support their content creators, and Warframe doesn't give me the creative freedom that I desire when I edit my videos. So I'm looking at other games and I will attempt to diversify content. Problem is, I don't really play any other games at the moment. I already said that I don't want to do more Genshin content because I'm a free-to-play player, and builds can take literal months to finish in that game due to resin, and I don't really know the game as well as I'd like to start giving advice, though my Discord server is slowly turning into a Genshin Impact server, and I was thinking about involving my Discord a lot more in my videos. For example, I bought Terraria around Thanksgiving, and I literally never played it. I've always disregarded it as like 2D Minecraft, but when I see some of my favorite content creators play the new hard mode or whatever it's called, it seems like anything but that. So I want my Discord to teach me how to play, and that could be a video. Someone in my Discord suggested that we do like a Hunger Games, and I said why not take it a step further and do Minecraft Manhunt. So I'm thinking about turning that into a video and just having fun with my Discord. I know I owe you guys a setup tour that I promised at 20k, and now we're almost at 35k. And frankly, I don't really like the state of my room currently. It's quite messy, and I have a lot of things on my desk. But then I realized literally all my problems could be solved with a cabinet. So this up tour might be sooner than later. I wanted to put this video out so you guys know why I'm posting less at the moment. I've learned that it's just not worth it to put out videos if you know your audience won't really care about them. It's not worth the stress, but where there's actual content, you guys saw I post a lot more. I used to post once a week, but now it's like twice or 3 times a week. But that's just because the amount of content we had in 2020 was a lot more than 2019. 2019 was my worst year on YouTube. But I don't expect 2021 to be much better than 2020. As I write this script, apparently a civil war has broken out. Honestly, it's pretty funny stuff to me. But besides that, I thought I should let you guys know why I've been posting less lately. So yeah, I just really wanted to be honest with you guys. TLDR, 2020 was pretty whack year for everybody. Let's be real here. Warframe needs more content. We've been saying this forever, and they're just not putting out enough content that can support our content creators. And I want to diversify my content by involving my Discord more, so that way videos are just more fun in general for me to make, and for you guys to just get involved, or for you guys to just show up in them. That'd be fun as well. I honestly have a lot of fun playing with my Discord and just messing around playing in other games with you guys that are in my Discord. So I thought, well, why not just bring that into a video and show you guys how much fun I'm having. But yeah, anyway guys, that's all from me. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.